Hey everyone, Jen at Ink Paper Rubber. I am back again. I am excited. I have another small shipment for you, but it has something brand new that I think you're going to be very excited about. It is a new Simple Strips background stamp from Tailored Expressions. This just released, and this one has friendship sentiments on it. There are a total of 18 sentiments on it. It is one big background stamp, just like the original Simple Strips background stamp. It has these little registration squares on it because it is designed to work with the Simple Strips die. You can see there how you can line that up with your stamped image, and it cuts out all your sentiments at once. It cuts them with these great little banner ends on them. It is really amazing. The first one was so popular when the first background stamp and the sentiments came out, and now they have a new sentiment set. So really excited about this. If you have the die, I think you'll definitely want to add this one to your collection. If you haven't gotten the die yet, you may want to go ahead and do it. We have the die in as well as the stamp set. I think we even have the original background sentiment set. So I think that that's something you may want to jump on, and I think that they may even be releasing more sentiments. So I think this is something that you will find that you can use over and over again. While I was ordering, because I wanted to get that stamp in as soon as possible, I thought I might go ahead and get a few other things in. I got some stencils back in because I've been kind of enamored of stencils lately. We got back in the Mosaic Leaves. We got this one in last week, and it sold out pretty quickly. It is a really beautiful stencil. And I think it's great because you can do this in shades of green and have kind of a nice tropical summery look, but you can also do it in shades like some oranges and browns and deep yellows and have a really nice fall look as well. So I think that is a really versatile stencil. This is an older one that we've had in before, but it is one of my favorites. It's called Rise and Shine, and you can see you just have these concentric rings, but they are broken up a little bit to give it some more interest, and it is really fun. This is one that came out, I think, in the last release. It is the feathered stencil, and this is a really fun one here. It makes for a great background. You can see here where we used it, just did some ink blending with their layering feather stamp. But another thing that's been really popular, I've been noticing a lot on fans of Tailored Expression, is to use your stencils, your blender brushes, and your transparent glitter embossing paste to create some really beautiful backgrounds. And here's one we did with the feathered stencil. I think that would be awesome with this Rise and Shine stencil as well. The last stencil we got in, I've been waiting for this one, it's been out of stock, and it finally came back in stock, is the Splash stencil. It was part of their latest release, and what's really great about it, it's perfect to use on its own, but it's also designed to use with their Make a Splash background stamp. This is actually a negative stamp, meaning the background is what is colored and stamped, and the splashes themselves are just whatever color your background paper is. But this stencil actually lines up perfectly with that, so if you want to, you can stamp a background and then come in and color in with a different color using the stencil, and makes it really easy. And I have a sample that I'll show you here in a moment. The last thing that we got in this order is I got more of the Sea Salt hybrid ink in. We got some last week and sold out pretty quickly. I got the full-size pads again. I also got the little mini 1-inch cubes. And this is a really great ink. This is a hybrid ink, which means that you can use it with watercolors, you can use it with alcohol markers. It doesn't matter. A lot of inks you can only use with one or the other, and the Tailored Expressions hybrid inks work with either one. This is a very pale gray, and it is perfect if you want to do any no-line coloring. Here is a card that we did in a recent class using their Create in Color background stamp, and the stamp was stamped with the Sea Salt ink, and that way it provided us enough of an outline so that we could see where to color in. But when we came in this case, we used watercolors. We used our Zig clean color markers. When you color it in, those lines pretty much disappear, and you have a beautifully colored image. All right, let me show you just a few samples here. Here is a sample using the new Friendship Simple Strips. You can see what a great little strip. These are great to just go ahead and stamp and cut a bunch of them, and then when you're working on a project, you have all of these all ready to go to choose from. Here is the splash stencil, and I am pretty sure that this was done with a combination of both the stamp and the stencil. That darker blue was done with the stamp, and then they came in and used the stencil to color in the lighter blue inside the splashes. So really, really nice. Here's a sample with that mosaic leaves. You can see how pretty that is. That one with those colors would be great for a fall card. And I just wanted to show you this one because I really like this one, how they've only used part of the stencil in their background and kind of faded those colors out. And that is an idea that I don't often think of when I'm using my stencils. I kind of am thinking about using them all over the background, but you certainly don't have to do that. You can just use part of it. And last but not least, here is the Rise and Shine stencil. You can see what a fun background that makes. And again, I think that would be an awesome stencil to do this pasting technique with. Speaking of paste, we do have some of the translucent glitter embossing paste. So if that's something you're interested in trying, we have what you need here. All right, that is all that I have for you right now. Remember, our garage sale starts tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. We've already had some people starting to bring their things in. We are going to have a full room. Our classroom is going to be full of amazing bargains. So I hope you will come by this weekend and check it out. Have a great evening, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.